Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. It's time to play What Was the Biggest Bomb of the Year? Okay, I'm feeling Borderlands and getting the Borderlands vibe. Here's hoping for Borderlands and stop! Yeah, screw it, I'm doing Borderlands. Now, I'll just give you a heads up, I don't know anything about the game. I know it's a hit, people seem to love it, and fans seem to hate the movie. But this film's failure extends beyond the fans. It's one of the biggest box office flops of the year, not just financially, but also with critics and audiences. I think people had the right idea when they said the trailer just looked like Guardians of the Galaxy if it was directed by Eli Roth. For something so crazy, it looked bizarrely empty. And I'll give credit, I don't hate Eli Roth as much as other people do. I don't think he's great or anything, but I can be entertained by some of the strangeness he puts out. Hell, he is the only other director to give me a Thanksgiving movie I now watch every year. But even the most die-hard Eli Roth fans, I hear they do exist, couldn't defend this movie. It was one of the biggest blunders of the year, which is saying quite a lot. So let's see where things went wrong. Something about bunny ears here. Again, I don't play the game. Let's take a look at Borderlands. It opens with our main character Lilith, played by Cate Blanchett, talking about how their galaxy was ruled by an alien race called the Iridians.
Whose power and technology were far beyond human comprehension.
But not financial investments. Yeah, a lot of studios lost money on this. It turns out there's a vault that's located on a planet called Pandora that's supposed to have the Iridians' greatest secrets. And everyone is trying to find it, spreading chaos. However, a prophecy says a daughter of Iridia will open the vault and restore order.
And restore order to the broken planet. Yeah, that sounds like some wacko BS, right?
This isn't like your other, insert genre here, story. Cut to a spaceship where a girl named Tiny Tina, played by Ariana Greenblatt, is being broken out by Roland, played by Kevin Hart, while ripping off Star Wars and Spaceballs.
My dad sent you. His shortest soldier.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
God damn! There's no air holes in there. I can't breathe in this thing!
Oh, and this random guy forces himself into the movie.
Say, man, you be friends. What do you say you help me get her out of here?
Why do I feel like every character introduction should end with sword traps the souls of its victims? This is Krieg, played by Florian Montaño, who I guess could have busted out of there at any time, but this is convenient for the plot, and he escapes with them. Meanwhile, on Planet Watchman text, we see Lilith is a bounty hunter, who does very generic bounty hunter things like drink and punch people and say, I'm getting too old for this shit.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
There's breaking the mold, and then there's polishing that cookie cutter to be as shiny as it can be.
Lilith!
Uh-oh, people in business suits. Well, our roadmap to Bland says they're gonna act scuzzy, she beats him up, and somebody goes, impressive.
Impressive.
Ah, slow clap, I knew I missed a cliche. She shoots him too, but this is just a vessel for the real person in charge, a man named Atlas, played by Edgar Ramirez. He wants her to get his daughter back on Pandora, and while I can't say Blanchett is awful, she does seem to be overcompensating a little.
Bounty hunting? It's for the young and stupid, am I right? Well, you with these assholes? Or are you just a fan of violence? Okay, I'll start when my current contract ends.
It reminds me sometimes when Harrison Ford or Sigourney Weaver takes a break from being tough. Like, they feel like they have to convince us they're badass instead of just naturally being badass. But can you blame her? This dialogue is giving her nothing to work with. Like when she goes to Pandora, just guess what predictable line she says here. God, I hate this planet, or it's a shithole. You're of course correct in assuming both.
It's a shithole. God, I hate this planet.
I'm just gonna keep my I need a drink card on deck. You know how a lot of critics mock when a film tells and doesn't show? This one bizarrely shows and tells when it doesn't need to tell.
I ran into some other locals, psychos, murderous gangs. It was time to catch a ride and head north.
Yeah, thanks for that. We could have an exciting action sequence there with a lot of suspense, but no, you quickly had to tell us crazy people wearing crazy people things were crazy people. It's like somebody left the audio descriptions on.
You shot me in my eye! You blinded me for life! Just kidding!
A character that could be funny but has been coming across as rather annoying recently? I'm gonna assume you're played by Jack Black. You were Bowser, you had the world in your hand for a minute!
Bet you're wondering, what's the deal with this thing?
No, I'm not.
I'm programmed for humor, so I will process that as witty banter.
I'm thinking that's how his agent talks when finding scripts this year. This is Claptrap, basically if Jar Jar was a trash can, who says he's been programmed to help her despite not knowing who programmed him or why.
And Accessing network. Scanning.
This movie needs 20 cc's of Fallout stat. He manages to figure out where the girl might be, so they steal a vehicle and get moving.
This is the last known location of your quarry. Get it?
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I do hate Eli Roth. She finally finds Tina and she wants to let Atlas know what's going on when... I don't know, see if you can follow what happens here.
I just gotta let him know that I got you safe and sound.
When she have the arm spasm George Costanza made up, this film is edited horribly. It turns out Tina doesn't want to go back home though, and she booby traps the place.
Time to make it rain! I'll put in a good word with Daddy. Oh, I love new jewelry. My mind is awesome. My mind's so cool.
This is gonna be a duet between her and Jack Black singing Anyone You Can Annoy, I Can Annoy Better. Creed goes after Lilith in a surprisingly boring fight, but another hunter for Atlas named Knox, played by Janina Gavankar, tries to also take Tina back with her arm. Roland picks him up though.
It's okay, he's with me.
Why are you suddenly helping her? She's trying to bring you back too, remember?
Lilith, wait for me! Lilith!
How after one line with that voice did anybody say, yeah, more of that?
You don't have to stop, just get right back!
Why do they keep helping characters clearly bad for them? And the movie! They continue through Fury Blow, but they lose him in a field of piss geysers. Because of course that's a thing in this. And let's be honest, it's only in the movie, so this could happen.
Put the window up.
Why?
That's what I just said.
I don't want to.
Roll the window
Don't tell me to
Sci-Fi channels, are we there yet? We'll be right back. Unfortunately, they get a flat tire.
You stay here and keep watch.
But it's you they don't seem to trust. And who can blame them? Standing.
Can we get someone stabbing? They do finally reveal what we're supposed to care about anything. I mean, it doesn't work, but at least it's an attempt.
My daddy thinks I'm the daughter of Iridia. I can open the vault.
Do you know how many people have died looking for that hole in the dirt? My mother was one of them.
She just wanted to see Song of the South again. She's a little weird. It looks like they have one key, but need two more to open the vault. So they stop by Sanctuary City to meet up with a scientist who knows all about it. They drop by Moxie's, played by Gina Gershon. It's always cool to see her. Honestly, I kind of wish she was playing Lilith. There's only a 7-year difference.
Probably don't remember me, but your mama was a good woman.
No, I mean, she's a lot older than her, I guess. And they approach the scientist named Tanis, played by Jamie Lee Curtis. But it looks like Lilith and her have history.
I am basing my assumption that you're upset on your body language.
Either that or you're trying to seduce me. She was supposed to raise Lilith. Again, only 10-year difference. Why does everyone think Cate Blanchett is like 20? But she left her with a bunch of cutthroats.
She wanted me to learn how to kill by the age of 10?
How to survive.
You don't understand. The aftermath of this movie is gonna be really bad. We also find out Tina's backstory, as she's a clone of an Iridian whose blood was on one of the keys.
He'll use whatever technology's inside and make super weapons.
Yes, because this world seems very light on weapons. What a boring, evil plan. Actually, what am I talking about? They never seem to hit anyone. Maybe they do need better weapons. Oh, also, she cries for a second, so I guess we don't find her annoying now.
He's just gonna lock me up into another secret lab and do more experiments. And if you saw the things that he did to the other clones...
He's not gonna find you.
Don't worry, everyone in this movie is gonna be forgotten very quickly. But hell with that, we have more humorless humor.
Hey there, sugar chips. You need a firmware update?
It's short stuff.
Someone needs an oil change.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the person who wrote his lines did produce every single unfunny Super Bowl commercial ever made, right? The robot is spotted, though, by Atlas soldiers, so our heroes have to figure a way to sneak out. This leads to a line every actor asked at least once while on set.
Is there any way out of here that doesn't involve garbage?
As well as every producer's answer.
No.
They make their way to a junkyard that looks like every other junkyard in this film. I'm sure they just reused the same set. And they open a hatch to locate the next key. Lilith almost sporadically starts caring about Tina.
No bombs. There's only one of you in the world, and you're special.
That emotional moment of literally 18 seconds brought us so close together. They encounter a gang of crazy people down there, so they send in the robot as a distraction.
I am here because I want to be, and not for a more justifiable reason, like trying to be a distraction.
Can we throw in there Jack Black's other recent poor casting choices while we're at it?
So the key is in one of these kabillion crates.
Apparently it can take over 4 days to search every box to find it. Oh, there it is.
I found it.
How did... I don't know. Lucky, I guess.
You know what, this movie's an hour and a half. It feels like 3, so just go with it. The gang finds our heroes though, so they try to fight them off. That gun flip was very important, well done. It's not like seconds count here. Is that really supposed to be a neck break? You look like you adjusted the head on a Barbie doll. Oh, never mind, your Batman and Robin cartoon sound suddenly made it cool. They get stuck, but oh no, Roland's gonna sacrifice himself to save the team. Man, he's left such an impact on us, like being played by Kevin Hart. But it's cool because this can happen.
Teleportation! I can move stuff with my mind, y'all.
Of course you can. If Chip and Dale showed up, I'd be like, all right.
Hey, Roland's gonna be okay, right?
He's an elite soldier.
Maybe you can teleport him out.
Find some shelter inside.
Not even gonna try? Okay, see you in Jumanji 8 with hopefully a funny Jack Black again.
Right there.
The vault?
They find the location of the vault and it's revealed that apparently Tina is the third key.
The pieces are consumed and the vault opens. Now, I don't necessarily believe that means kill her.
Wow, this is exactly like Last of Us. If it was a Coke commercial, either!
Either we take her or Atlas does.
But I saw her cry for like half a minute. That means I'm practically her mother. One of the robots from Batteries Not Included arrives, allowing Lilith to communicate with Atlas.
And when this is over, you'll be paid what we agreed on.
Of course, Tina mishears the conversation because, yeah, everybody loves that trope, and she thinks Lilith is teamed up with it. Well, what does that matter? You thought that before and you still brought her along. None of this makes sense! Claptrap dances with joy, thinking Lilith is dead. Alright, that's a little funny. And she finds out the crew left. She visits her old home where she has a flashback.
Come on!
Only 10-year difference. And returning home opens up a recording her mother programmed into the robot.
I knew you'd never be safe here in Pandora, but if you ever return, I've made sure that Claptrap will find you.
He's my punishment to you for being such a pain in the ass to raise.
I love you.
She says the usual, I love you, I wasn't so bad, I might be Jennifer Lawrence. And Lilith realizes where she can find the team who just discovered the vault.
I have to warn you, this might kill you.
Nah, kid. I'm the special one. Whatever this is gonna make me invincible.
You know, it's easy to buy this was a video game. Everyone talks with the same low stakes. Dude, this might kill you. No, I'm special. I'm gonna be like totally invincible. If nobody cares, why should I? It doesn't work for her though, because of the incredibly obvious twist you all saw from the start, that Lilith is actually the... Oh, wait, they still want to draw that out because they think we haven't solved it. Oh, God. Okay, well, Atlas is there, and even he doesn't figure it out because he just says he's gonna make more clones.
Hey, asshole!
But oh my God, Roland's alive! That maybe would have been a big moment if you didn't literally show him getting up 3 minutes after he was left. But here's an even bigger surprise. Nox is on their side now.
Hold your fire.
Yeah, Nox, the one with the character traits of, she literally gave me so little I can't even think of an analogy.
I should have.
Dust! She had the character traits of Dust. Thank you, movie. But Lilith returns and finally gives us the big reveal that she's the daughter of Iridia.
Because I'm the daughter of Iridia.
She always told me how special you were.
Yeah, you're not the Sixth Sense. We don't need a recap on this. We figured it out as soon as you said, there's a chosen one. The bigger twist would be playing with this caption over it.
She always told me how special you were.
I found it.
It's your planet, Lilith.
I opened the vault. The girl goes free.
You open the vault, and you all go free.
Oh yeah, probably should have started with that. The goddamn Messiah, everybody!
I have to open it. No salvation without sacrifice.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Teleport us away like I literally just did a second ago?
But you can't. You can't.
Why is she sad? She thought it was gonna make her invincible. Shouldn't she be happy for her? Why is anything in this? She stands in the center and oh my God, this is stupid.
The legends were true. She's the Firehawk.
She is the Kwisatz Haderach! She uses her friendship as magic powers to save her friends and take out her enemies.
Siren.
Stop saying things like they're important or we care. Atlas takes Tina hostage again though and forces Lilith to open the vault. Hey, the Atlantis movie we're clearly ripping off from. That was a big hit too, right? I will acknowledge though this leads to maybe be the only good line in the movie.
I have something that a man like you will never have. Enough.
Unlike our investors who couldn't even get a little. She saves Tina and leads him to some tentacle hentai shit that's never explained. What deep lore they have in this movie, and I guess that's it?
That, I think, is what peace sounds like.
I sent one guy to Ursula's OnlyFans. I guess that's all it took?
Come on, do the thing.
Aw, she's doing that right next to the Human Torch. Also celebrating his team's ability to do very little, making us care very little. This movie is awful! It's not even so bad it's good, it's just insultingly forgettable and recycled. I don't know the game very well, but I know something that lasts this long isn't just a fad. There's a lot of effort, ingenuity, and creative thinking that goes into it. This has none of that. It feels like a film has been chopped up from editor to editor, and no spark of what might have been interesting still exists. It's unimaginative, uninspiring, unentertaining. I know this is one of the biggest bombs of the year, but trust me when I say it deserves so much less. I'm a nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Standing, 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 standing.